A very good evening to all of you. Let's start our session quickly. I would like to share my PPT to start with. Are you all able to see the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much,
Unmute
Rajesh.
yourself and little discuss about the points what she's asking or she will ask to you guys so that the session will be little interactive.
Correct. So for now, I may request you all to please keep yourself on a mute, and I would open up interaction and dialogue with all of you, and then probably we can have open-ended conversation with each other. Okay. I see some noises in the backdrop. I would request you all to mute for a while. I would request you all to mute for a while. Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. So today's session is Communicate to Succeed, right? And this is based on NLP. You all would be thinking, what is NLP exactly? So yes, I'll be telling you about NLP also in a short brief. And yes, let's start. So I would like to take this opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Sheetal Jotwani. I am a corporate trainer and business coach, and my specialization is into neuro-linguistic programming, that is NLP. It's been like 15 years of dedication in enhancing human capabilities and transforming organizations. I started my company 6 years back in the name of Innovix Training and Consulting, and with a view to make the corporate place a little more better, stronger, to live stronger and for longer. Self-certified master practitioner of NLP, and it is about, you can say, a mindset and a behavioral certification. On a personal front, I am a doting mother to a teenager son and a compassionate wife to an IT professional who works for Accenture. I like reading book. Yes, our very own Chetan Bhagat's novels. I am also passionate about music and and I'm someone who seeks adventure from life. One of my mantra of life is the best way to be is to be yourself. So that's also one of the belief of my success. Well, if you would like to follow me, I am available on LinkedIn. You can check out my blogs. They're very informative. They are based on succession planning and mindset as well. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. So I would really like to know who is on the other side of the window. And I would request you all to put on your videos and your audios as well and start introducing yourself one by one. Let's start with Nivedita. Nivedita?
Yes.
Can we start this introduction?
Yeah, definitely, of course. To you, myself Nivedita. So here I am associate with this company since last 1.5 years, and right now my function is into human resource. So currently all recruitment, hiring, and HR operations thing currently I'm handling to that.
Great, nice to know you, Nivedita. Who is next?
Thank you.
Rajesh, can we have your introduction?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Happy to meet you, ma'am. Thanks a lot to meet. Okay, ma'am. My name is Rajesh. I'm currently pursuing Bachelor of Technology in Mineral Engineering at IIT Dhanbad. And now I'm doing my intern in Operation Department. And I'm here, like interested to prolong my entire interest is completely in business development itself. So I'm here to learn something about like business, like.
Cool, great. Hey guys, I want you all to switch on your videos, please, and audios, please, and quickly start introducing yourself. We are short of time, and the PPT is lengthy enough. Quickly switch on your videos and audios. Yes, who is next?
Yes, Avinash.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yeah. My name is Avinash and I am in supply side operations in Edgistify. Yeah, I have graduated from MNIT Jaipur in electrical engineering department and then joined after the graduation.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, introduce like those things you are handling in a planner so that we will get to know about your role, like what when you do.
Okay, Achyut Anand, I think you can go next. Let me pick up Padafat.
Yeah.
Achyut is gone. I cannot see him anymore. Monke, you are next.
So my name is Monkey. I work in solution design. I work in solution design with Edgistify. We provide warehouse options and other solutions to companies' requirements. Other IPs and of Tokyo movies.
Great, great, fabulous. Tanya, I think you should go next. And I would like to see you.
Hi, ma'am. Myself Tanya, and I am currently pursuing MBA in HR specialization. And I joined Edgistify as a HR intern from yesterday itself.
Great.
Thank you.
Anand Ocha is next.
Yes,
Yes, introduce yourself.
yeah, ma'am. My name is Anant, and I'm working in Edgistify as a city lead of Mumbai. And if I talk about my previous work, I worked with OYO, and before that, I am passed out from NIT Surat from Applied Physics branch.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. Kali Charan.
Hello, ma'am. This is Kali Charan Singh. Currently working as an intern in a Justify operation side. So what I do is same as what Chicken Monkey does. We are in the same team, and I'm currently pursuing chemical engineering from VIT Mesra Ranchi. Apart from that, I love to play cricket and watch web series and all.
Cool. Roshan.
Hi, hello everyone. I hope I'm audible. Good evening. Hello, Shitu ma'am and all of you. So I'm Roshan, and basically what Cheeky Monkey and Kali Charan said that they do, I'm their team leader. So yeah, and about me, I graduated from college from IIT Bombay last year.
Yes.
If
I
your voice is
cannot
not
hear
coming,
you.
yeah.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, now you're audible. Please proceed.
So basically, I'm the city lead of Delhi, right? And I've completed my master's from NIT Kurukshetra in computer applications.
Great. And your profile?
City lead.
City lead. Okay. Cool.
Right.
I can see Rajneesh.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm not sure about the session. I just joined actually.
Okay, but I would like to know about you. So can you introduce yourself? and maybe session can be taken care. Move ahead.
So my name is Rajneesh Kumar Goyal. My profile is city lead.
Okay.
I'm city lead of currently city lead of Chad area. But I sometimes go to Delhi also to manage things there. Previously, I worked in Jaipur also, and that's it.
Yeah, cool. Prince. Prince, can we have you? Camera, action, light might be there, I guess.
Prince is not able to hear.
Okay. Okay,
Varun?
maybe we can. Varun, yeah.
Hi, I'm Varun and I'm city lead in Delhi. I'm with my curriculum. We are rocking there and we are mapping the Delhi out totally. And we own many warehouse. We own that place in warehouse. And I guess we both love our job industry. And I love dogs and I love sometimes I love to drive bikes for a long time.
Great. Cool.
Sheetal, they are part of our ground operations team, basically.
Okay, right. Now I get it. Right. So I think Roshni is there. Roshni Gupta, I would like to see you and know something about you.
Roshni?
Okay. Sanket?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Well.
Hello, my name is Sanket Parinchaka. Currently, I'm working in solution design team as an operation intern, and I'm pursuing my MBA from Sydney Institute of Management. Yeah, and my work involves talking with vendors and yeah, about like basic ground level work.
Great. Got it. So, Sahas Agrawal, can we have you? Shrutika?
Hello.
Hello. Sahas, yeah.
Yeah, hi there. Hello, Sheetal ma'am.
Hello.
Sahas this side. I joined Edgistify just 1 month back as SDTL, means supply chain sector, and I graduated from IIT Bombay last year only. This is currently my second job. First, I went to No Broker as operation managers. And regarding my hobbies, I love to talk a lot. I am an extrovert guy. I used to dance a lot, and rest I'll say in the session. I'm hoping to see a more good session right into this.
Okay, so when you say you did like to dance, is there any particular dance form you have been following, like salsa or bachata or anything else?
No, it's not salsa and bachata, but yes, I do hip hop and the various styles hip hop considered into.
That's great, fabulous, fantastic. All right, we have Shrutika was there, I guess, right? We missed Shrutika.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. So currently I'm pursuing MBA in operation, and now I join Edgistify as an operation intern.
Great, fabulous. Sure. Bhavna, can we have you? Ankush?
Yes.
Yes, Ankush, yeah. Go
Yeah,
on.
hi, Sheetal ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Ankush Rena, and I'm basically from JNK, and I am into Edgistify from last 3 to 4 months, and I'm into solution design team. And apart from that, about my work, I like cricket, cooking, mimicry, and so on.
Mimicry. Great.
Yes.
We'll get back to you soon.
Sure.
Okay. Jayjeet. Okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Now
Yes,
you're audible. Go on.
Hi, myself Jajit, and I'm into BD team and I have joined Edgistify at February 2020. So about me, I love bike riding, drawing, as well as traveling.
Great, good to know you. Do we have anyone else? Am I missing out on anyone? Please point out your...
Bhavna.
Bhavna.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Sheetal. How's
Hi,
you?
Bhavna. I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, good, good, good. So, I'll just say something about me. I am working with the solution design team. I am with Edgistify since last 1 year and enjoying my journey with Edgistify. Apart from that, so I'm a mother of 11-year-old kid, and I'm right now in this lockdown. I'm along with my work. I enjoy cooking and spending time with my daughter.
Great, great, great.
Nice meeting you, Sheetal.
Same here. Likewise, it was fabulous meeting all of you. If I'm missing anyone, please call out your friends and ask them to introduce yourself.
Yeah,
because
Rajat.
I've forgotten. Rajat.
Rajat and Nayan also joined now. Yeah.
Okay. Rajat is not able to introduce himself. Isn't he available?
Rajat, are you there? Or Nayan?
We are facing an internet connection.
Oh, I think.
Yes.
Nayan is there. Nayan, just give her introduction to her.
Oh, okay. This is Nayan Lathia. I'm from Surat, Gujarat, and I've been working with Edgistify for last 1 year and 2 months. And I'm looking after the tech team and the tech products here. Yeah, that's it.
Great. Cool. So, what I would also like to do is I would like to have all of you on webcam, on video, and probably just have a selfie moment. Is that possible? Are you all up for it?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Cool. All in there. The only thing is, how do I access all of you? Nivedita, can you set up?
We can take a screenshot. That's not an issue. It's a recorded version.
No, I just want to
go
take
for a grid view.
Grid view.
Video.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
How do I go there? I'm not able
Top
to
right.
do it.
Top right.
Top right.
So there is view, speaker view, grid view at top right.
The top right, you can see the small grids are there. You just need to click on and drag the session, the whole dialog box.
Actually, I'm doing it, but still, I'm not able to view all of you in one go.
Nivedita, you can do it and then share it with Sheetal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I took 2-3 screenshots. I will share it with you.
Okay, you've taken the screenshots, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So the items on agenda somehow looks like this. We have firstly to start with effective communication. We'll learn more about different modes of communication, its importance, and some over the top tips and tools and some tools on effective communication. So questioning skills, that is how to ask open-ended and close-ended questions, and why are they really needed? Where do you really need them? Where do you really need to use them? How to manage your first impressions and your executive presence, boosting confidence, developing interpersonal skills so that you get along with your peers, with your colleagues in organization. Since your work is aligned with each other, your goals are aligned with each other, and you need to have good coordination and support with each other. So interpersonal skills plays an important role in any organizational setup. Art of influencing, we are in an influential age, right? You all might be coming across a lot of social media influencers, right? We'll learn about them, we'll talk about them, we'll discuss about them, that what exactly is influencing. And I'll also take you through email drafting skills, and we'll wrap it up with motivation at workplace. I'll share you some tips that will take care of your target oriented and self-driven personality. So why are really soft skills needed in any organization? According to Harvard Business Schools, it says that only 85% of your technical skills, only 15% of the technical skills contribute to professional mastery or success. Rest of the 85% of the skills are the soft skill that contributes to professional mastery, that is success at workplace, right? And only 15% of the technical skills are required for you to be successful. And hence, soft skills are must for any profession. Habits, right? Let's say art of influencing, conflict management, leadership skills, time management, decision making, right? Effective communication, the art of negotiation, selling skills, team building, all of these skills contribute to soft skill communication. What is communication? So communication is a process wherein we share messages via any media. It can be through email, it can be through verbal communication, oral communication, it can be through written communication, a note, a picture, right? So communication is a process of sharing or exchanging information with each other, right? There are different modes of communication. I would like you all to view a slide also as I take you through lectures. So communication is a process of exchange of messages. What do you mean by effective communication? Effective communication is the response that you get. So let's say if you're not able to derive outcome, right, or a probable response for the communication or the message that you have shared, that means you have not communicated it appropriately, right? So here, if you see in this image, the first image says that, you know, the person A is saying that, Bill, we have few break-ins in our yard or warehouse recently, and if you can buy a dog. And the other day, the staff, you can see the response. He has come along with a dog, right? So he has appropriately conveyed his message. He was able to create importance of his message, and that's how he got the result, that is response. So technically effective communication is the outcome achieved. So how will you really ensure that your communication is effective? So a couple of things that will ensure that your communication was effective is, first, ensure that you communicate using their language, their local language, the language that they understand in, the words, the key words that they use quite often, and communicate in their style to make them understand, right? So let's say you are in a professional setup, you are meeting a client or a vendor. Now this vendor is someone who is not very conversant in English, and you start speaking spoken English unless they relate to it, unless they understand. Also, the second thing is, are your is good. How will you check what is a we use, or probably if it's your subordinate, you can always ask saying, so what will you do next? Can you help? How can I help you in, you know, going forward? So try and check what all he has understood and see where all you can help, and probably you can add few things to his list also, his action points. And the third thing is, follow simple words and sentences to make other people give them some relativity, relate them with certain examples, especially during conflicts, or even during your sales call. When you're trying to explain your client, you can always relate them with a success story that we had a client and he was really happy with his current dasha situation. Provided this opportunity, we provided this service and off solve such problems. This way you can make him things much more relative. You are creating an imagination for him, right? He will be actually able to imagine how you did literally helped your client and how your services are so helpful, right? So try to relate through example that becomes even more easy for people to understand. So first is ensure that you speak in their language. Second is check back, follow what all they have understood by asking question. And third is relate them, giving us some previous examples and relating to one of the recent examples or instances. Okay. Any questions so far? Something that you would like to ask? Any doubts? I can see some chats. Okay. I assume that we don't have any doubts and we move ahead. Okay. So what is NLP? I have completed master practitioner level in NLP, and this is one of the highest level of certification in the training world, right? So what exactly is NLP and how is this related to our day-to-day communication? So NLP, N stands for neuro. Neuro means the way we relate to any experiences, the way we understand any experience, right? When you all go for a movie or when you watch a movie on Netflix, recently kaun sa movie dekha tha? Which was the recent movie?
Money Heist.
Money Heist. I saw Upload, right? That was the recent series that I just finished. So when we saw certain things, when we see certain things, and it creates a certain kind of experience for us. The same web series that I'm seeing, I would love the series, I would love the visual, I would love the emotions or feelings in it. And the same series, other people would relate to it very different. Other people would like it, they would not like it, right? So neuro is the experience gathered by all senses. What are our senses? Eyes, that means the visual that we see, hear, auditory, taste, right? Touch, that is feeling, right? So these are our senses. And through these senses, the kind of experiences that we are creating in our life, right, is what we call it as a neuro. Now, what is linguistic? Linguistic means when we tag, when we, wow, this was mind-blowing, or we say, shit, this was not worth watching, this was not worth living, right? So this is what we call it as a linguist. And programming is the habitual pattern that has been created, the conditioning, right? Certain conditioning is for good, like we brush our teeth regularly, we take bath regularly, we come to our emails regularly, at the same time we log on to our emails, we respond them. These are productive habits, but there are some non-productive habits like eating desserts, a lot of desserts, not less, not exercising, right? Maybe addiction to liquor. So these are certain conditioning that is not really appropriate, or they are like unproductive. Okay. So in a way, NLP is a software of a brain. It's a revolutionary science of how human brain works. And it's also a mode of achieving excellence in our life. Now, what is the correlation between NLP and communication? So the way you communicate with yourself, you actually create thoughts for yourself. Let's say when you are thinking, oh wow, this was a wonderful time, it was a happy moment for me. So here your thoughts are positive. You're thinking about positive moments, you're thinking about happy moments. And happy thoughts will create happy feelings, positive feelings, right? And feelings in return will create behavior. So if you're thinking happy, if you're thinking in positive terms, you will see yourself doing positive things, acting out positively. You'll be happy, you'll talk to people around you in a very positive way, in a happier way, you'll be calmer, right? And in return, your behavior will reinforce your thought process again. So if you are happy, you will again feel happy, you will think positively and in a happy state of mind, right? So that's a correlation of NLP and communication. So if you know how to communicate with yourself, you can actually manage the thoughts and your state of mind. You can manage your feelings, and in return, you can manage your behavior, and that will automatically add to productive habits. Okay, this is one of the tool of effective communication. Talk, talk mindset. So T stands for together. Together means sharing the conversation and not dominating it. What does this dominating means? So there are different types of personalities in this world, right? One of the personality is they just like to talk, share their part of story, their part of views, and they just want to dominate the entire conversation, right? You should include others also in the conversation. Now, how will you know, include, introvert people in your conversation? Ask questions. How will you ask questions? Hey, do you remember we had been to this cafe lately and it was fun there? You remember the guy in the cafe? What was his name? Make people speak, involve, and engage them in the conversation. Let everyone else also speak in the group. Let everyone else also be a part of conversation. Don't dominate it. Authentic. Authentic means just speaking what you feel and feeling what you speak. Walk the talk, basically. You should always speak with honesty and integrity. Not just, speak to impress everyone else in the room, or someone that is copy pasted, or someone that is not of your thought. And at times in a professional scenario, you have to be outrageously bold enough to speak what is going on in the current situation, rather than just, trying to be with the situation or accepting just like others. Listen and learn. Listen and learn means most of the times we listen just to prove our point or share our part of story. But I would invite you all to specifically listen to learn and understand more about others, gain more information about others or the context. This will help you in dealing with the conflicts effectively. This will also help you in gaining more and more friends for your life. Keep it simple, as in try to talk simple as far as possible and not presenting or lecturing. People do not like to be taught, they like to learn. So keep it simple, and if they really want to learn something from you, they'll ask questions, and probably then you can share your part of learning. So there are some tips to effective verbal communication. Clarity of thought. So generally, while speaking with your senior co-founders, management people, always think what is the outcome that you would like to produce. आप क्या outcome चाहते हो? आपका क्या objective है? What is it that you really want from their side? Or what do you really want from the conversation first? Second is speak in a way which is amicable to their designation. When you're talking to seniors, give respect, because if you give respect, then only you will get respect, right? So have some mindset, have some mind mapping done already before you speak to them. Give a thought about what is it that you want to talk, what all points you want to cover, and before you even start talking or sharing your views or opinions or whatsoever. Clarity of speech. At times when we are nervous or when we are inconfident, or probably when we are in loss of knowledge, our tone is bit sluggish. We all agree? हमारा tone थोड़ा सा sluggish हो जाता है. I mean, we start baffling or bambling at times, right? So try to avoid this slurish sound, because other people would really understand that you are nervous and you are inconfident, and probably they might not be even able to catch your word. Clarity of speech also means pronunciation. Certain South Indian people, or probably with Bengali people also, they have some pronunciation issues. Do you all agree? Who would like to share one of the pronunciation that South Indian people do, pronunciation mistakes they do? Okay, nothing to feel bad about. It's just, I'm trying to make the conversation a little more interactive.
Yes,
Tiki?
ma'am. I am from Telangana state, from south itself.
Yes.
Ma'am, you can I don't feel that entire South people are very like bad at pronunciation. Like they are okay, fine, good.
Right. I
Like
do
I feel,
agree.
yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Like we can feel that, ma'am. We have like entire South states are like they poor at Hindi. That's it. I can agree with that.
Correct, correct. So I am just trying to say that pronunciation also plays an important role. While in an organizational context, if your pronunciation is not clear, people will not be able to be friendly with you. वो repo building नहीं हो पाएगा, because they will always have problem communicating with someone who is not able to pronounce with clarity. राइट नाउ ये जनरल थोड़ा बहुत अगर प्रोनाउंसिएशन इशू है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट वाइल इन माय जॉब डेज आल्सो आई हैव कम अक्रॉस विद मेनी पीपल who are not able to communicate in Hindi at all, and like most of them, the bunch were South Indians, and in one of my training sessions also, most of the people were from Tamil, and they were not able to relate to Hindi also, and they were also not able to relate to English much, right? So there I really faced a problem explaining them the concepts of communication and motivation, right? So clarity of speech also plays an important role in communicating your message effectively, right? Try to avoid slangs and jargons. Do you have any examples of the same?
Is this question to me?
I'm asking to all of you, whoever answers, I would be glad. Okay, there are certain slangs and jargons like LOL, LOL. We put that on WhatsApp, but we should avoid that while we are speaking to someone. LOL, that was fun, right?
Even array.
Array, yeah, yes. Try to avoid this in organizational context. Yes, yes. And beating the bush and out of the blue. What else? All right, we have few. So clarity of action. Again, when you're talking to people, when you're talking to your colleagues, subordinates, make sure that you tell them actually what are they supposed to do. पूरा स्टोरी बता दिया, उनको समझ में भी आया, but उनका रोल क्या है ये भी बता दिया कीजिए आप. Just tell them what is it that you're expecting from them, because that might be the place wherein they might say that, oh, I thought you will do it. Oh, I thought I was not supposed to do anything. You did not tell. So always give a clarity of action points. What is it that they are supposed to do? Okay. Authentic self. We have already been working on authentic self. Be honest and sincere to yourself. That's one of the most important part of communication. Say what you feel. Confidence, we are going to cover few slides on confidence, on boosting confidence. Knowledge, always speak something that you know about, right? Something that you have implemented practically. Don't just speak, don't just share a part of knowledge which you are not 100% sure of, probably, which you haven't implemented, and probably something that is just a copy paste. You might affect integrity and trust on others. So be careful about knowledge part. Correct information. Make sure that the information from where you have derived is a correct source. It's an authenticated source. It should be significant. It should be available in records, so that whenever you are being asked, you should be always able to produce the backup information. Completeness. Always complete your conversations, be it verbal communication, be it written communication. Make sure that it is complete in every form. People should be able to relate to, your objectives and the end result and the action points. Active listening. I think active listening is something that needs to be practiced a lot. We don't want to listen to people. We just want to speak up. And after some point of time, even if we are listening, we are completely zoned out, right? And then we are loss of information, and then comes the conflict. Ask open-ended and close-ended question. We'll be learning this particular tool. And respect. How do you respect others? How do you show respect to others? Yes, how do you show respect to others? Eye contact, passing them a smile, making them comfortable, offering them a best seat, right? And maybe offering them a glass of water or a coffee, whatever best is available in your capacity, right? And make sure that your message is being understood by the receiver. Check back. So at times we are very vague in our conversation. Say what you mean and mean what you say. It means कई बार हम लोग मेल पे लिखते हैं I'll get back to you shortly on this, or maybe I'll revert to you. Be right back. So what does exactly shortly mean to you? One of my client, when he says I'll revert you shortly, it means 15 minutes. For me, shortly is half a day. For some other people, it's also one day. And for few of my coaches, my mentees whom I am coaching and to whom I actually give assignments on regular basis, for them shortly is 1 week. So what do you mean by shortly? Write precisely by saying, hello sir, I shall get back to you by end of the day, or maybe in a half day's time, or maybe by tomorrow. Even while you're communicating with your colleague, make sure instead of using shortly, try to tell them what is shortly, like half an hour, an hour, couple of hours, right? Again, when you say this information is appropriate, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, try to make it more specific. Appropriate in what way? Calculations गलत है, specifications check करना है, specification में exactly क्या check करना है, address गलत है, address में exactly what, pin code is missing, pin code is not there, it's incorrect, right? So try to make it more specific to other people. I'm not feeling good. Now we all have only 2 vocabularies when it comes to feeling, happy or sad. I think you should expand your vocabulary. Like, I'm tired. I feel a little anxiety. I feel ecstatic. I feel mesmerized. I feel excited, thrilled, enthusiastic. We have so many words. Why are you really deprived of words? Why are you using only those 2 words? So how do you communicate with others depends a lot on how you communicate with yourself. You all experience that, after every while you have this soft window coming out, popping out from either your right side or left side or on the top side of your brain, which keeps troubling you. ये क्या हो रहा है यार मेरे साथ? किसके साथ बात करना है यार? Who's gonna call now? Why the hell should I speak to this person, right? Most of the times, this soft dialogue, this inner voices are negative. 70% of the times they are negative. And imagine if 70% of the times they are negative, what positive outcome or behavior are you expecting from yourself? Are you all able to understand and relate? I hear no one. That was a lazy. People are chatting.
No, ma'am, I'm here. I can listen.
Okay. Right. So how do you really have a positive speech with yourself? Tell yourself, instead of saying, this looks difficult, yaar, nahi manage ho paega. Tell yourself, yes, I would try doing this, even though it looks slightly difficult to me. This is how you can convert your negative speech into positive speech. So instead of saying no all the time, say yes, It looks difficult, but I can manage it. Somebody is approaching you and asking help from you. You're already overloaded. Instead of saying no, not now, tell him, I should be able to give you, but only by evening, right? This is positive speech. I think we have some resources to start with. Do you remember when we were just, experiencing the start of COVID, and we were being asked to, work from home, and there was a lot of relocation in terms of our resources, our laptops and the other things, and we were completely deprived of resources. Instead of, thinking that we are short of resources, why not to think we still have something to start with, right? We still have got something to start with. We still have work, we still have manpower, we still have people, right? So think positive. Let's complete maximum as far as possible. Instead of saying it looks difficult to complete today, let's say to yourself, let's try to complete a maximum as far as possible by the end of the day. Instead of crying on your failure, cribbing on your failure that I failed at this was waste of time, tell yourself this was a great learning from our very own mistake. Okay, so this is how you can rearrange your thoughts in your mind positively. I have a video for all of you. Do let me know if you are not able to see or something. You can hear?
Yes, sir.
Squeeze me, please, lady. I'm coming here for to be learning the English. You're Ali. Oh no, I'm Ali. My name is Ali. Ali Nadi. I'm coming here for to be learning the English.
Yes. You wish to join our new class, English as a foreign language.
Yes, please. And I'm hoping to be unrolled.
Hoping to be unrolled.
Like it say in your syllabus.
You mean hoping to be enrolled?
That is what I said. Hoping to be unrolled.
Yes, well, I'm afraid you cannot be unrolled. Enrolled until the English teacher arrives. Now, she should be here in a few minutes. In the meanwhile, perhaps you would care to wait in the classroom. Go down the corridor, turn left at the bottom, and wait in room 5. Understand?
No.
All right. Was that a funny video?
Yes.
You liked it? You could hear
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
My computer is acting funny and it's very slow. I'm not able to move forward. Sorry. See, I'm just stuck. Okay. Here we go to our next slide. So what did you understand with that video? Ankush, now I'm gonna pick up one by one because you guys are not participating.
Yes.
Ankush, tell me
Yes.
something that you understood. What was your learning from the video? What was your realization?
From that video, we can easily understand that the person was unable to understand anything, but the way he was smiling and the confidence he has, so that was commendable. So we
Great.
should have that confidence in ourselves while
Great.
speaking. Other than that, if we don't know about anything, but we have to be confident about whatever we do. So that's how he did it in that video.
Right.
But that's his mistake as well, because he was
Yeah.
overconfident and he was like squeeze me instead of excuse
But
me. So
yeah, that
he should know what he's saying.
Yeah,
He
I'll
should
agree
have a
with
better
the
hold on
Chikimo.
his. He should have a better hold on his vocabulary and grammar instead of this.
Okay.
That is.
Let me just speak in. I got it. You guys are amazing. So yes, Ankush, he was confident enough, and that's one of the body language for confidence, guys. Confidence also comes from body language, but at the same time, this video was meant to share please improve your spoken English skills. Otherwise, people will really make fun of you, and you would have watched the lady was actually forgetting her own native language because of this guy, right?
Yes.
So work on your spoken English skills. Now, how would you do that? How would you do that? Read. Read whatever you like to read. I like reading novels. I told you I like reading Chetan Bhagat's novels. I have read all his novels. Apart from self-help book and something that is related to my profession, there is some music. Can we please mute that off? I'm in no mood to listen to music. Okay, right. So read and read. Okay, read something that you would really like to read. Anything that you really love and enjoy reading. And while you read it, you would come across a lot of vocabularies, right? And while you come across those vocabularies, look out for a meaning and convert it into a meaningful sentence and repeat this process. I would like to share with you, I'll show you an activity which I regularly do. I actually love learning more about vocabulary, and so I'm also planning to write a book on NLP, and that's the reason why also I started learning vocabulary. So you can see this book. I'm not sure if it is very clear, but शायद उल्टा दिख रहा होगा. There are 3 columns,
Yes.
right? The first column I have written a new word. उसके सामने उसका meaning लिखा हुआ है और उसके सामने I've converted into a meaningful sentence, right? And I consciously use the new words in my sentences, in my written blogs, or probably when I'm talking to my family and friends. Initially, to start with, I use it with my friends only, not with the outside world, right? Because if I'm wrong, I correct myself then and there itself. So the best way to learn English, new vocabulary is read books, review it and record it and make it more practical oriented. Okay. One of the ideas that I also can give you is you can also watch, while you watch movies on Netflix, right? There are subtitles. Probably those subtitles, if you keep reading, that will also improve your spoken English, like English communication skills, so vocal skills. That will also help you with tonality. If you really like the English version, I mean, the way they talk and the way they express themselves. I love it actually. So, again, just to give you an example of most of the times when people wishes, you're able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
ma'am.
Cool. So most of the times when people wish you, right, something, happy Diwali or something, what we do is same to you, right? Instead of using same to you, there are so many ways to wish them back at you, or maybe right back at you, right? Probably you stole my greetings. Make sure that all of it has to be associated with the appropriate smiley. Okay, you stole my greeting sounds more energetic, and it has to be sent with a bright smile, sent or probably expressed, right? The feeling is mutual. When somebody is wishing you all the best, the feeling is mutual, right? Have an awesome holiday. You can also say ditto. Somebody is, maybe he is praising you for your looks and you feel the same for the other person, ditto, right? And if you feel that the other person is not really that dressed up well, and ditto would be a little more than a comment, not required probably at the scene, you can always say appreciate that, thanks a lot, right? Same applies to you as well. I wish you the same to you too. Likewise, absolutely. That's the best I could get for the day. Hoping a like for you too, right? So these are the different ways you can actually wish other people. You all agree? And we all keep saying in the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you mean by active listening? So first of all, active listening means listening through all your senses. Senses, okay? How do they feel when they are sharing their part of story or talking about any topic, right? While you listen, while you observe them, also listening to them, right? Listening to their content, listening to their stories, right? While you are listening, you also have to nod them, right? Yes, you are listening. And while you nod, you also have to paraphrase, like you have to repeat after them. While you paraphrase, you also have to reflect upon yourself if you would have come across such circumstances, or if you have some part of knowledge about the subject. And if you have, you can also open a dialogue with them, right? Reflect upon yourself, and probably to show that you are listening to them, you can always ask questions. Ask them questions pertaining to that particular discussion, the way discussion is going ahead, right? And summarize that yes, these things happen nowadays and it has become a very common factor and we should be very careful about it. Summarize. Okay, so that that's how you can build a strong relation with the other person. This is how you can actively listen to other people. This is one of the most important prerequisite of communication, effective communication, right? So in fact, even if you remember, all your friends, best friends, they are the active listeners. They are the ones who listen to you actively, right? They know what all emotions are going through within you. They know in a particular context how would you behave. They are the ones who are actively listening to you. Okay, so what are the benefits of active listening? It's part of effective communication. Get more information about the subject, about other person. This also helps you in getting along with everyone else, strengthening your relationship bond. This also will help you in managing conflicts. Less conflicts will happen if you listen. If you listen properly, you have a proper idea of where exactly are things shaping up and how they are shaping up. And yes, of course, your productivity altogether will be enhanced. Let us watch this video as well.
Peter, I want to talk to you about this afternoon's appointment because there's something very particular I want to make sure you know.
Yeah, we got to get the food there on time this time, Joanna.
Yes, we have to get the food on time, but that's not it. This is a culturally different food than what we're used to.
Well, we order Chinese food.
No, it's not the Chinese food. It's that this group that just Q&A.
Just want to make sure that Chinese food is better than this stuff.
It's not the food. It's the Q&A. Peter, it's the way they manage Q&A.
Q&A is not a problem for me, Joanna. I really find with Q&A, it's where I shine.
It's not you. It's them.
That's
They
fine.
don't get. That's fine. It's fine.
Okay, but don't worry about the Q&A. It'll be fine. Let's see you later.
Peter, you're not listening to me.
Ignore distractions and focus. First, don't interrupt. Second, make good eye contact. And third, paraphrase for understanding.
Peter, I want to talk to you about this afternoon's appointment because there's something very particular I want to make sure you know about this group. Well, they're a Japanese group. They don't interact or Q&A in the same way.
So what does it mean?
Well, it means that you should probably plan to lecture a little bit more and then break into smaller groups. Don't expect the same amount of interaction.
Okay, so for Q&A, really don't expect that lecture more because they're not going to say too much.
Exactly. That's it.
Okay, see you later.
Good. And, hey, I like that tie.
Consulting services and tips, go to don'tquityourdayjob.net.
Okay, so yes, what was your learning from the video? Anybody would like to share their part of learning? Yes.
Yes, definitely. In the first clip, that was something like she was not explaining the things a very structured manner, and the other person also was not ready to listen that, and not making any eye contact. And in the second clip, we can definitely say that the listener has given some time or attentive time to listen to the other person, and the conversation goes in a very positive way.
Right. So making other people listen to you is also an art. You should equally be interesting, engaging, and yet patient, right? All these qualities are really important because, it's a two-way process. If people are not listening to you, that means you need to recheck yourself. Where exactly are you going wrong? Why are people not listening to you? Are you not really interesting? Are you not able to express yourself in a impressive way, in a better way, in a soothing way, or XYZ way? You need to reflect that upon yourself. Okay. So, yeah, that brings us to our next slide. Barriers in communication. So at times, there are a lot of barriers in communication. Currently, we are facing one barrier. Can anyone tell what is the barrier? What is the current barrier in communication? This is a physical barrier, right? I'm seeing you all through the screen, and not everyone is also audible or visible to me. It's more of a one-way information setup, right? So this is more of a physical barrier. So there are few more barriers in effective communication, like I'll not be able to cover all of them, but something that is very important, some things that are very important, I'll cover those. So one of them can be information overload. At times when we are overloaded with information in our